Well, welcome everyone to the Birdcage in Ashland, Nebraska, where tonight we have a sub-state game where two teams are fighting for the opportunity to go play in Lincoln, and we'll find out who that will be. Well, everyone, I'm Jordan Wallman. I'm joined by 2/3 of the A-team. That 1/3 that's not here tonight is Tim Washburn, and as you could probably tell from the sad fill-in of me doing play-by-play, we don't have Tim, but I'm Jordan Wallman. I'm joined by Jason Leibel, superintendent of Ashland-Greenwood Public Schools, my boss. So I'm going to tread lightly tonight, but Jason, we're in for a great night of basketball tonight, aren't we?
Can't wait. Sad Tim can't be here. You know, he's home listening, got his feet kicked up on the recliner. But Jordan, you've learned from the master, right? You learned from Tim, so I have no worries about you on the play-by-play. The biggest concern right now is bringing the scrub superintendent as the color guy. So
yeah.
we'll get through this. We got a great crowd tonight. It's going to be a great ball game. A really highly competitive Winnebago team coming in here. I think they're playing really well at the right time. They beat a good Wayne team in the sub-district final to get to this point. We're going to be in for a battle. Hey, but this is what's for all the marbles, right? It's to get down to Lincoln. It's what all the blood, sweat, the early mornings, the late nights, the extra time in the gym. This is where it counts. And, hey, you got to love the crowd we got tonight. It's going to be a great atmosphere.
Definitely. Well, you touched on it. We've only got 3 minutes left in the pregame, so let's dive right into it. Winnebago comes in as, I believe, the 14 seed. A couple different guys that can play ball, but walk us through what Winnebago wants to do tonight.
Yeah, they really want to force tempo. I had the opportunity to watch them on film a little bit. They're going to push the ball up the court. They're going to shoot a lot of threes. You kind of compare it to the NBA, right? They got the big three. They got Blackfish. They have Barrage, and I think Kearns is the other one. No, I'm sorry. Lovejoy is a third of the big three. And all three of those guys can really shoot it. They're really athletic, and they have some really good parts to go with them as well. So I know certainly there's going to be emphasis for us to take those three away and try to make the other two guys on the floor, the guys coming off the bench, to step up. But I like how we've been playing defensively. I think we're going to take them out of what they want to do. I think tonight's the key is going to be offensively, right? You know, I think we've been a little sluggish on that side of it. I do think that we will have some opportunities against Winnebago in their defense to get to the basket, to get some easy buckets. And then finally, I just think it's important we get off to a really good start tonight.
Yeah, and I agree with you completely. You know, you were at that Wahoo game. There was some stretches where Ashland struggled. What did Wahoo do so well that maybe slowed down this prolific Ashland offense?
You know, I think one thing that Wahoo brings to the table that a lot of teams, even probably across the state, can't bring is just length. They have great length, great size, athleticism, and looking across Winnebago's roster and watching them warm up, they don't have that same type of size because really nobody does. And so I think that size affected us a little bit against Wahoo, and that's where I really feel like we're going to have some opportunities tonight to score the ball.
Blackfish is a 5'10 senior. T-Bows is 6'4. He's going to be their big guy, but they go 6'2", 6'1", and they go 6'1". And Jason, they don't go super deep. They only play 5 or 6 guys. Kearns might get in the game, but for a team that plays this fast, what does that mean for Ashland if they're only going to go 6 deep?
You know, I think we need to take advantage of that, right? I mean, I think they're going to want to get up and down. I think on the offensive side, we got to be patient, run them through some screens, and make them work on the defensive side of it as well.
Well, you heard it here first. Jason Leibel says defense gets the job done tonight. Spoken like a true
defensive wizard.
True defensive wizard. Little known fact as we get ready for the national anthem. Jason Leibel leads the all-time record at Lewiston High School for charges taken in one season.
He was a heck of an actor. I was a great actor out there. So,
hey, whatever you got to do. But as we hear Tom Walsh giving the sportsmanship creed, and we're getting ready to take the national anthem, we're going to go ahead and pause.
And/or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the facility. Ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, please stand, remove your headgear as the Ashland-Greenwood Band, under the direction of Shelby Burr, plays our national anthem.
All right, well, with the playing of the national anthem, under band director Shelby Burr, we're going to go ahead and do the starting lineup. So first, for Winnebago, they're going to have a 5'10 senior, Teron Blackfish. He's averaging 15 points a game, 2 rebounds and 3 assists. A heck of a shooter for him. They're going to go number 2, Kevin Tebow. He plays the inside, a 6'4 senior, scoring 5 points a game, but also grabbing 7 rebounds. Therese Lovejoy, he's getting 18 a game. He's their leading scorer. And then we're going to have Barrage. He's going to be getting 17 a game. Very balanced player, 5 rebounds a game, 3 steals, and 5 assists. And on the other side of things, Ashland's going to go with that same way that they've been going all season. First off, a 6'3 junior. We know him so well. Dane Jacobson. The shooter, Cade Bridges, a 5'10 senior. I know you're ready to see him get fired up tonight. Getting 18 a game. Brooks Kissinger, he's done so much for the Blue Jays tonight. He's going to look to do more again tonight. Cougs, he was so great, 24 in that Wahoo game, and then the enforcer, 35, a 6'4 junior, Dawson Teese. Well, here we go.
Well, we've got a great officiating crew with us tonight. We have Mr. Chris Wright, Chris Kaborik, and Andrew Fitzke, one of the best crews around. They work a lot of state tournament games, a lot of big games. And this is a big game right here. This crowd, the stands are packed. Winnebago traveled well. The Blue Jays showed up. Great student body. We got the blow-up Blue Jay in the house tonight too, so you know it's a big game when the blow-up Blue Jay shows up.
Oh, absolutely. Jenny Washburn was in my room charging
Love
the battery for that thing this morning.
Jenny's picking up the slack for Tim tonight. We appreciate that, Jenny.
Well, here we go, and Blue Jays are going to go ahead and take the opening tip. Ready for a little sub-state basketball. Kissinger brings it up. Looks like Winnebago is going to play a 1-3-1 zone.
A little bit of 1-3-1. We'll see if they want to trap out of this. They're coming out high and trying to get some pressure.
Jacobson surveys his options.
I'll tell you what, Tebow out front, he's long and athletic. We need to be careful with him.
He is, and Ashland has had a little bit of trouble, but Cougs is in the corner for a 3. Not quite there. Here comes Winnebago. They run so well.
And one thing I noticed on film is Barrage really handles the ball nicely. He's not just a scorer, but he's an assist guy too. I think he leads the team in assists. He's going to want to find the open guy.
And look at Barrage, guarded by Jacobson, just flying all over the place. Here's Lovejoy, 17 points a game for Lovejoy. One of 3 guys scoring over 15 for Winnebago. Out to Blackfish. Gets a screen. Blackfish will shoot from anywhere, and he's in the lane. Goes up left hand. Not quite there. But they are going to say Teese was fouled. So off the jump, we're seeing that breakdown from Winnebago.
You bet. A little bit of a surprise with Blackfish attacking. You know, what I've seen from him on film is he really likes to shoot the 3. But he got to left hand there, just couldn't finish. And I love the way the enforcer got off that after that defensive rebound right there and drew a foul.
Dawson has done so much for the Blue Jays this year, and expect big things from him tonight. Ashland not in a huge hurry to break this thing. Definitely looking for their windows. Kissinger drives. Pass tipped. Ashland once again settle in. Bridges, corner, 3-ball. Bingo!
That's big, Jordan. That's big. He got an open look there, and you can see Winnebago. They're in that 1-3-1, but they're not really trapping, so we need to move the ball quickly. We found Cade open in the corner, and that's a great sign for the Blue Jays knocking down that shot.
It is, and Winnebago coming right back. Behringer kicks it out. Here's Lovejoy, pull-up 3, going up. Pew! Tell you what, it's raining tonight.
Yeah, a little bit of a defensive flex by the Blue Jays, went under the screen, gave an open look, and as we talked about, they got some guys on their team that can really shoot it.
And that is what they do. Coming back the other way. Winnebago really playing the inside. Cougs tests it. In trouble. Bridges again, finds Teese on the inside. Power! Teese is up. Back out to Kissinger. Brooks goes up. Tough bucket, Brooks Kissinger.
We talked about how Brooks plays so well for 2 feet, made a nice jump stop in the lane, drew some contact. Could possibly have been an old-fashioned 3-point play. Didn't get the call, but had a nice finish.
I'll tell you, 2 times on that possession, the refs are letting them play, but this is postseason basketball, not for the faint of heart.
And I really think that plays in the Jays' hands, but we got to take advantage of it.
Blackfish goes up, contested by 2. Can't quite get it to fall, and the Blue Jays are off.
Blackfish is being aggressive right now from the point guard spot.
He does so much for them offensively. Blue Jays coming back. Cougs kicks it out. Cade looks. Back to Kissinger. Finds Cougs in the corner. 3-ball again. Not quite there.
Good rebound by Cade right there.
Dane on the inside. Little floater. Gets his rebound. And they're going to say he's fouled.
Hey, Jordan, I like what I'm seeing early, right? We're getting some open looks at the basket. Guys aren't hesitating to shoot. Might have saw a little hesitation against Wahoo at times, but they're not hesitating. And then we're giving nice ball face getting to the rim, and just a real athletic play by Dane Jacobson there to go follow his shot.
Yeah, and he fought for it. He put up 2 shot attempts, foul on the third. But I'll tell you one thing I love there. Cade hit his 3, and he didn't force the second one. He
bet.
Took advantage of that pressure defense coming out on him and found a lane for his teammates.
We talked about Cade does all the little things too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's not just a three-point shooter. He flew in there, got a nice offensive rebound. Hey, and one thing you need to remind me of tonight, Jordan, is not to say anything about our free throw shooting, because every time I do, we miss.
Well, did Dane make that first one?
He missed.
Okay.
No, maybe I need to talk then. Maybe I need to start talking during free throws.
You know, I think it's kind of darned if you do, darned if you
I
don't.
thought I had the jinx on him, but hey.
Dane's shooting almost 90% this year, so very uncharacteristic miss from him. But back the other way, here's Behringer, out to Blackfish. Works the baseline.
I like this matchup with Drake on Berridge. Ooh.
I'm going to say Drake got a little bit of contact, but hey, Berridge is 6'2".
You bet.
He's long, he's lanky, and he handles the ball really well.
Quick, right? And you can tell he wants to get to the hoop. He's going to put his head down. He's going to go hard. I would like to see us maybe step over. We talked about drawing charges in the pregame. I had the fortune to draw a few in my career, but see us step over and draw that contact.
Well, you're being modest. You know, you don't become the record holder at Lewiston for a couple, but back the other way, Behringer, not quite there, and Kissinger's off. And we are up. Sorry, we are having some trouble with the camera right now.
Once again, real nice drive by Brooksy there. Took it strong, tried to play through some contact. Tough foul on Drake right there. He tried to go to the offensive board, got called for over the back. That's 2 quick early fouls on Drake, and so he'll probably be setting for at least the rest of his quarter.
And that's big in a game where you need guard defense. Drake Zimmerman is a huge part of that. But back the other way, 5-3 ball game, 3:48 left to go. Here's Blackfish, so aggressive all night. Drives on Cade, meets 2. We're out. 3-ball up. And that's going to be good. Tebow, the big man, hitting the 3. That's what they do.
Stepped out nicely. Boy, he can really stroke it too. A nice form there, nice rotation on that ball, and didn't hesitate a bit. It looks like Winnebago's back to man-to-man defense here.
Jacobson drives on that man into Teese. He's up. Contested so well by Tebow. And here we go. Behringer. Kick out. Lovejoy steps back. It's up. Bingo! Man, on fire Winnebago is.
That's what they do. We talked about what they want to do. They want to get it up quick. Nice response by Cougar right there. Kind of quiet the crowd a little bit. I'll tell you what, the Winnebago fans are getting into it.
And you can hear him now. Kissinger on the run. Steps through. And 1. Brooks Kissinger.
I'll tell you what, Brooksy's being aggressive tonight. And again, nice response by the Blue Jays. Winnebago knocked down a couple threes. Their crowd really got into it, and a nice response there by Cougs. Brooks following it up. And again, I think we can get to the rim on these guys. I think that's one advantage that we have, and we're doing it so far.
Well, I'll tell you, threes are such a momentum swing. They've hit a couple threes, and I looked up at the scoreboard and surprised to see a tie ball game.
You bet. Jordan, we got to knock down some free throws, though, buddy. Okay, 0 for 3 so far, but that'll come. Just got to step in there with some confidence.
That is true, and we're in. Here's Tebow, contested by Cougar, not there. Tease the rebound, and Cougs is off.
Well, Cougar did a nice job of staying vertical defensively, made for a tough shot, and followed up with the rebound.
Kissinger, he finds over Tebow. Brooks.
Well, I love his game. Okay, we talk about sneaky athletic, talk about making yourself skinny. He did right there, and had a nice finish.
Yes, and we will get this camera figured out. Don't you worry about that at home. Right now, we're having some problems with our port. But back the other way.
Good defense by the Jays right there. Really got them forced out to half court.
But Winnebago, they stay on their Just attacking. 4-foot floater not there.
Really nice job by Dane Jacobson. Forced Barrage into a tough fadeaway jumper. Again, you know he wants to get to the rim, and Dane just didn't let him get there. So nice defensive set by the Jays.
Cougs surveys his options. He's up. Tebow gets the block. Not there, and Lovejoy brings it in.
We talked about they're letting him play underneath, so a little bit of contact. We just got to take it up a little bit stronger. Cougs going to get that finish next time.
Cougs finished at such a high rate in the Wahoo game. Didn't get that one to fall. Here we go, 1:19 left. Lovejoy's in, 8-footer. Right over Dane Jacobson with a little fade.
Yeah, you can tell he's a smooth ball player. He said he's averaging 18 points a game. Really gets off the floor nicely. Nice finish there.
Kissinger guarded by Behringer. Tease to Cougs.
You see Winnebago's really picked up their intensity since they went to man here.
There's Cougs on that left-handed drive over Tebow. Right back at it, Winnebago. Stolen by Dane. Back to Bago.
Good hustle by the enforcer.
There's Tebow, a little short. Kissinger brings it down.
Yep, looks like we're going to hold for one shot here. Okay, bucket right here would be big. Extend that lead to 4 points at the end of the quarter.
30 seconds left. Blue Jays will hold for one shot, it looks like.
Well, I tell you, Barrage really gets out and pressures, causing some problems for Brooks here, but look for Brooks to try to take him off the dribble.
16 seconds left. Dane looks like he'll bring it. Back to Kissinger, 7. He drives, gets Lovejoy off him. Baseline not there. Tipped around, Cade. And that last second shot won't quite fall. So after one quarter play, 13-11, Ashland's up. A game of offense so far. Jason, what are you seeing?
Well, an entertaining ball game, I'll tell you what. I mean, this is what it's all about, postseason play, sub-state game, opportunity to go to state. Again, you can tell Winnebago really wants to push the tempo. They're going to take quick shots, which they've knocked down a couple of those quick shots. What I like about our defense is we are forcing them into some tough shots. Offensively, you know, they start off in that 1-3-1, weren't really trapping at it out of it. I felt like we got to the basket pretty easy, and then you saw them switch to a man-to-man. They were pretty intense in that man-to-man defense, so I would anticipate we'll see that more this second quarter. And again, hey, this is what it's all about. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Two good teams getting after it right now.
You know, the Blue Jays do so much with pace. They do so much to speed the game up. DC West takes that to another level. Obviously, Ogallala is out west, but this might be the fastest playing team I've seen all year.
You can see they get it out of the net and they're pushing up the floor. They get defensive rebound and they're pushing it up, and then they're looking to get quick shots as well. Tough part is that's really to defend if those shots are going in, and they were, especially the first part of that first quarter. They cooled off a little bit the second quarter, but I think that had something to do with our defense as well. So again, we've been kind of a second quarter team. We've been a team that started off a little bit slow the first quarter. We went on kind of that 10-0 run or 15-4 run in the second quarter. We'll see if we can't repeat that against the Indians here tonight.
Well, and you said in the pregame that defense was going to be the key. What do you think so far? How are the Blue Jays playing D?
You know, I really like our defense. They've hit some tough shots, right? We did give up a couple open threes, but I think anything outside of that, you know, Blackfish has got to the hole. We've made him shoot contested shots. Barrage has shot a couple contested, so that part of it I like. I think we just got to contest their threes a little bit more.
This Winnebago team is so talented. Speaking of that, Barrage doesn't quite get it, but we're back. Kissinger brings it down.
Nice board by the enforcer there.
Almost lost on the baseline. The Blue Jays are going to settle in a man-to-man defense from Winnebago.
Oh, nice play by Dane right there.
Tips it to
play.
himself. My goodness.
Such an intelligent ball player. That ball was kind of up there in no man's land. He tipped it to himself and got the finish.
And that was a good read from Clark. A little bit late. Oh, boy. Not quite there. Lovejoy took a hot pull. Didn't quite catch anything. So
that was a deep one.
That was a deep one.
Somebody would maybe say that's a Libel type shot. You know, he's got endless range, but that also looked like Libel's execution because he airballed it.
The third person kills me, but it's so true. I've got Libel's shooting story. That's for dang sure. But we'll see what the Blue Jays can do on a little bit of a run up 4 right now. Dane finds Dawson.
See Winnebago staying in that man-to-man defense. They're really getting out and pressuring here. Yep. Luke kind of took it down the paint. Good help side by the Indians, and just shuffled the feet there a bit.
And I'll tell you, one of the things that these fast-paced offense teams do is they play a crazy version of defense.
You bet.
Really aggressive version, looking to take advantage of maybe a team not being able to play as fast as them.
And I got to say, I think we've held our turnovers down. Maybe that's 1 or 2 in the first quarter there. So I like where we're at as far as handling the ball.
Well, we'll see if Mark makes it up here. We've got a packed house, not many alleys, but Blackfish finds Tebow. Scrum for the Tebow, little turnaround fadeaway, and it's going to be Ashland ball.
Boy, that kid is athletic. He gets off the floor in a hurry. Just couldn't finish. We got to do a little bit better of getting our backside into a guy because they can really jump and they're coming over the top of us. Yeah. But we're not making contact with them either right now, Jordan.
And you know, once again, that's that Blackfish. You have to respect the three. He creates breakdowns and finds a nice pass. Tebow didn't quite finish it.
I think checking out's going to be huge. Something you know a lot about because you own the boards down in Beatrice.
I'm a huge box out,
yeah,
wall up box
Hastings
out guy.
Intramural alumni a few years ago.
We dabble.
Rebounding machine.
Yeah.
Rebounding machine. They can't score it real well, but you can board.
I got a lot of love for Dawson Teese and what he does. But coming back the other way, tipped around, and here we go. Bago's off and running. Here's Barron, goes in, and that's going to be 30. Kearney's. And Coach Mose is going to take a timeout. So
we talked about tempo, right? They pushed it up there. We had an unforced turnover. I just want to talk about how we're doing a nice job handling the ball. We turned it over and push up the floor. Barrage sees the floor really, really well. Found an open man on the backside, and a quick timeout by Winnebago. Probably you talked about they only play 5, maybe 6 guys.
Yeah.
Maybe a chance. It's warm in the gym tonight.
Yeah.
Right? And so maybe a chance just for them to catch their breath and kind of regroup and take a little break here.
You know, last December when we played Wahoo, Kale's senior year, that's probably the only time I've seen this gym more packed. Probably just because of the proximity and the relationship. Bago traveled well. Ashland's out in full force tonight. This is a full house.
I love it. Standing room only. Again, it's the atmosphere that you want to have this time of the year. It gets you prepped for next week.
Both teams fighting for that opportunity to go down and play in Lincoln. Blue Jays, of course, did it last year. Bago won a state championship.
A few years ago, 3-4 years ago, if not longer, but
such a talented team, and they have a rich basketball tradition. And Cougs finds the cutting. Dane Jacobson. Dane cleans it up.
Quick off the floor. Winnebago kid did a nice job of recovering, got his hand on the ball block, but Dane stuck with it and finished.
Dane finding ways to score on the inside. Lovejoy gets it on the inside. Another tough bucket. Not quite there. And there's Kissinger. He's going to take his time. Or not.
Or not. Drake's back in the game.
Cougs, a little drive. Bridges follows suit. Out to Drake. Blue Jays really breaking him down. And Drake goes up. Tough finish.
Again, getting to the basket. Drake had an opportunity to take a shot there, but I think he's reading the fact or you know, he's such a smart ball player that we can get to the rim on these guys. He did a nice job taking into them.
And they're going to – hopefully that's not on Drake.
I think that might have been on Bridges. Yep, that was on Cade. Got fortunate there. That maybe could have went against Shake and Bake Drake, but which would have been his third, but that's just Cade's first.
Drake playing such a big role tonight. The defensive stopper Drake Zimmerman is, with a nice basket on the other side. We'll see what Bago's got. Here's Lovejoy. He's got 2 tonight. Finds Barron on the inside. He's going to take Drake in. Jump stop. Out to Blackfish. A little shake on Cade. 3-footer. Not there. Gets his own board.
There's that checking out, Jordan. We just got to do a little bit better job of getting our backside into them. Rebounding, they're getting a few offensive boards.
And there they convert. Lovejoy, he's taken so many of those little 8-footer tough shots, and I'll tell you, they've all looked good.
He's got a nice touch around the basket. He's a nice-looking player. Easy to see how he scores 18 a ball game.
I'll tell you, 18. Kissinger's getting 18 a game, and that's a lot of points to score. Speaking of Kissinger, just kind of loses it off the foot, and Bago come back the other way.
Yeah, he's a little frustrated with that one. Again, attacking the basket, but again, good pressure by Winnebago to force a turnover.
Tebow's on the inside, and they're going to say that Cougs got him on the ground. Pretty good call there. I think it's a great call, actually.
You know, one thing, Jordan, Winnebago's forcing the ball inside more than I thought. You know, I thought they would spend majority of their time outside the three-point line, which they've taken they've hit a couple open ones. But what I'm seeing, especially this quarter, is they want to run some pick and roll. They want to get the ball inside their big guys.
And Ashland's so intentional about taking that three-point away. They're making the right reads. Here's Tebow. Lovejoy's going to take his time with 3:44 left to go in the quarter. Tebow's on the inside, and Cougs picks it up. Cougs is off. 2-on-1 in transition. He gathers, and Cougs hits a layup.
We talk about our guys playing off of 2 feet, and he did a great job right there, being patient, jump stop, let the defender fly by him, and finished.
Dane steals it low. And he's off running.
Kel Jacobson down here telling him to push up the tempo. He wants him pushing it up. Oh, some contact there. Boy, they're letting him play, Jordan.
They are. I love it. Postseason basketball. Save the whistles for halftime and quarters. And Drake gets it. 2-on-1. He goes to Cougs. Great pass from Drake in transition. And Ashland is up 23-15. A little run there from the Blue Jays.
Well, I'll tell you, that bucket was made by the enforcer defensively. He got on the floor, he scrapped, he went after loose ball, and got his teammates a layup there.
And Lovejoy looking to get things rolling. No good. Here's Dawson up to Kissinger. Kissinger in transition. Gets it stripped and stolen away, but it's going to be Blue Jay ball underneath.
Well, Winnebago does a nice job getting back in transition as well. You talked about an athletic team, and they do a nice job of defensive transition, but I also like us maybe taking opportunities to push it up against them because, again, as you said, they play, in essence, 6 guys.
Yeah, and, you know, that was something we were so great at with Kale. And then as Kale kind of stepped away, we got in the half court a little more. And speaking of Kale, Dane goes up. But kind of in this last quarter of the season, I've really seen the Blue Jays not be afraid to grab a rebound and push in transition and look to take advantage of that.
All right, so, Wall Dog, I'm not going to say a word right now.
Okay.
Okay, because we need Dane to hit these. All right, well, I'm going to start talking during Dane's free throw. You said he's an 80-some% free throw shooter?
Here's the stance I'm going to take. I have a lot of confidence in Dane. He's one of the best free throw shooters I've ever seen.
It's going in. It's going in.
All right.
Well, we're not helping ourselves from the free throw line, but that's okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. That's a big key for us.
Yeah, an uncharacteristic night in general from the Blue Jays, but they're up 7 with 2:25 left to go in the half. Winnebago, high-paced, high-flying offense. Has found a little bit of a cold stretch as of late. The Blackfish, he stays aggressive.
Yeah, you know he wants to get a 3 up here. Cougs, with that size, doing a nice job against him defensively.
Here's a nice 15-footer, no good, and here we go, Blue Jays off again. Drake pushes it up. He goes in hard. Out to Dane. Dane, a nice, ooh, doesn't quite fall, and they're going to say Dane got a little foul.
Yeah, just left that one a little bit short. Again, I love the attack. We're attacking the paint. Again, Winnebago's athletic, so they're going to jump with us, and so you got to take it strong. I like defensively, we seem to be forcing them into some tough shots, and we need that to continue here. And then go rebound, get the defensive board, and see if we can't push tempo ourselves. Yeah,
Blue Jays so intentional about running him off the line tonight. Winnebago doing a great job reading that and driving, but that interior defense is pretty strong right now. But here we go, we'll see. Here's Tebow on the outside. Lovejoy, he's taking some hot pulls tonight. Great pass from Tebow. He goes on the inside, and that's going to be Vargas.
Yeah, just fell asleep on the backside a little bit, but the challenge is they had Blackfish on the backside. So does Brooks help off him and get to the backside, or does he maybe potentially give up an open 3? So nice play by the Indians right there.
Cade, 3-ball, bingo!
Jordan, that looked good coming off the hand. He looked confident, stepped into that shot, and I'll tell you what, when he gets going, he's a really good shooter.
I'll tell you, Cade, for the last 2 years, has been one of the most consistent shooters we've had. Last couple games, been struggling to find the bottom of the net, but that is not the case tonight. Here we go with 50 seconds left. Oh, nice little move. Barrage goes up, and Cougs grabs the board, 45 seconds. Will the Blue Jays hold for one here? What do you think, Jason?
I think they're going to, yeah. You want going to halftime up by 10. It's been a hard-fought first half. I think we're going to hold it here. I would anticipate we're going to try to get something to the rim, not settle for a three. But I'll tell you what, Winnebago and Blackfish is really forcing pressure.
Cougs gets the man in the air, but he's going to wait. 20 seconds left. And they're going to say Blackfish.
Yeah, Winnebago's got some fouls to give, right? And so smart play right there. Let some time run off the clock. Take the foul. They got one more to give here. I wouldn't be surprised if they let a few seconds run off again and foul, because we're not yet in the bonus, not yet shooting the 1-on-1.
Kissinger inbounds the ball with 19 seconds left. Guarded by Barrage. Loses the handle a little bit. Finds his lane. 8 seconds left. Floater. From the backside, they're going to say, you got a little contact.
All right, so what are we doing on these free throws? I think we're over. What are we over 5 or over 6 right now?
Yeah,
so
I think this is a great time to bring up how wonderful the weather's been as of late.
Oh my gosh, got some much needed moisture for the farmers. Love that. Hard to believe spring season is starting already. Spring sports is starting. Got track, baseball. Your golf program got started today.
Yeah, we had GP1, golf practice 1 today.
Nice. I know you got a nice squad coming back. Kids been working hard.
Good facilities to take advantage of on cold days. And with 6 seconds left, come out and say it. I'll be the first one to sing these boys' praises, but I've used the word uncharacteristic tonight. Coach Mose cannot be happy right now with the 1 for 7 performance right now.
Just like I said, uncharacteristic. Our guys typically step in, knock those down. We shoot a high percentage.
Blackfish at the buzzer, and he got it. So a little bit of a momentum swing there, but
little turn of events. We had an opportunity to knock down a couple free throws. Blackfish, he wants to get aggressive here. He's probably had an uncharacteristic quiet first half. For him, again, he averages right around 15 points a game. Again, a little bit of a momentum shift. We'll see if we can't respond well in the third quarter. You got to be happy defensively with where we're at. I think we forced them into a lot of tough shots. I thought we did a better job of rebounding towards that second quarter there. Offensively, we're getting to the rim. We'll see if Markadale makes his way up here. But right now, I would say we're probably, have we made a free throw? Maybe 0 for...
I feel like we made 1.
Maybe 1 for 7, 1 for 8, which would make a big difference on the scoreboard. But again, our guys, that's not going to continue. They're going to step out here second half with some confidence and knock some shots down, knock some free throws down.
Definitely. Just a reminder for those people at home, Barrage, number 22, is getting 18 a game. One of their better players, very balanced player. Blackfish getting 15 a game. Lovejoy getting 18 a game. And I would say that those guys are not on pace for their average, as the team as well is not on pace for that 65-point average they've been getting. So we give credit to the Blue Jays. Obviously, there's always room for improvement.
There is. And tell you what, you just look at the scoreboard. You hold really offensively high-powered Winnebago team to 19 points. You'll take that any day of the week. So, again, you got to love the defensive pressure, and we'll make a few adjustments offensively. Number 1, again, knocking down some free throws, and I look forward to the exciting second half here.
So we're gonna get the Ashland-Greenwood dance team on, and Jason, I'm gonna let you take this. We've only got 2 headsets.
You want me to take Kel's?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll get the legend Kel Jacobson mic'd up here, and Kel was nice enough to get on the air with us at halftime. Really didn't have a choice. He sat in the wrong spot. He sat right by the broadcast booth, so that's what happens. But Kel, great seeing you in the house tonight. I know our fans love seeing you. Our guys love seeing that support as well. Give me kind of your synopsis of this first half so far.
Yeah, first things first, this is an awesome atmosphere, and I know that these guys appreciate the community coming out and everybody listening at home. But Winnebago's hit some tough shots, and I think that's what they do. So just for the Blue Jays, keep forcing them into tough 2s, eliminate those 3s. But yeah, they've hit some tough mid-range jumpers, and that's what the Blue Jays are going to live with moving forward.
You bet. We talked about you hold a high-powered Winnebago team to 19 points at halftime. You got to love that. What are you seeing offensively? It looks like we can kind of get to the rim at will at times, and it looks like we're taking advantage of that. And I think a big thing right now is we're just not knocking down free throws. So kind of talk about some of those things that you might talk about or coming out at the second half. Even maybe in warm-ups here, maybe guys stepping the line, getting a few more free throws up. But talk about that mindset, that mentality.
Yeah, I think just coming out of halftime, I'm sure we'll see a couple guys step up to the line and just see that ball go in. But yeah, we're getting to the rim. We're getting a lot of good looks. I know that Coach Moses is yelling clean down there, just wants them to be clean, but it's tough against their pressure. And that's kind of what they pride themselves on defensively is getting in your shorts and pressuring you a little bit. So the Blue Jays need to handle it, keep getting to the rim, getting to 2 feet, and finish some layups, finish some free throws.
What are you looking for in these first 3 minutes of the second half? Oftentimes they talk about how important those first 3 minutes are. What are you looking for from the Blue Jays for that first 3 minutes here?
Yeah, I think just coming out and getting a stop, a score, and a stop, or a kill, as we would call it, right away. Getting 3 stops in a row, and then hopefully that leads to a couple buckets that get you going, gets the crowd back into it. But yeah, like you said, the first 3 minutes are huge, and just to kind of shut the other team off coming out of halftime. Both teams have adjustments.
Love it.
So just see who can win out.
So shifting gears a little bit, the Huskers got a nice win again, on Saturday against Minnesota. Got Michigan State coming to town tomorrow night.
Yep.
And then, Saturday? Do we finish up the regular season on Saturday?
It might be Sunday.
Sunday? Okay.
Iowa Sunday.
Iowa, that's right. So, hey, nice momentum going right now. Guys are playing well. Just kind of talk about that mindset of the Huskers and getting into postseason play.
Yeah, I mean, like we've talked about it plenty as a group. When 2 guys go down, it's kind of tough, and you don't really know what the season's going to do from there. But the locker room has stayed very positive, lots of belief, and there's just a lot of guys stepping up, and you never know who it's going to be on any given night. And obviously, Casey is going nuts right now, and that's pretty incredible to watch. But yeah, there's just confidence in the locker room, and it's really awesome to be a part of.
And I think I saw senior night tomorrow night, obviously, kind of last home regular season game. Talk about what I think Casey's walking for senior night tomorrow. Walker's walking.
Yep.
A couple other seniors.
Greasel and
That's
Manuel.
Right. Yep, and so talk about what those guys have kind of meant to you as a young guy stepping into a program.
Yeah, I mean, they've done a ton for us. 2 of them is their first year here, but, I mean, Sam and Manuel are just great dudes. I came to Nebraska a big part because Sam was there, and I just wanted to play with him and learn from him. So just his leadership for me has been incredible, and just to see the way he works has definitely helped my career, and I think just everything that he's done on and off the court in Nebraska was exactly what he planned to do coming home.
Yeah, well, I think he seems like not just a great ball player, but a great individual as well, and you're certainly that too, Kel. We appreciate everything you've done in representing Blue Jay land, and yeah, it's been a great season. Love having you here in the audience. If you ever want to take my spot, you'd put me to shame, buddy, so keep up the great work, and let's go Jays.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it, buddy. All right, we got Mark Adell. Mark did make his way up here, stat master. Hey, we appreciate Kel Jacobson, did a fantastic job. What a great young man, outstanding basketball player, even better person. Willing to give a couple scrubs up here his time on a microphone. So, Mark Adell, what do you see from those first half stats?
We're 12 of 25 from the field, 48%. We've got 25 shots, 2 of 5 from 3. Cade looks like he's got his stroke back. That's the good news. Now, I am scratching my head on this one. Dane Jacobson and Brooks Kissinger, who were shooting over 70%, I believe, from the line, are a combined 0 for 7, and that has to change.
Mark, what is our total free throw shooting the first half?
0 for 7.
0 for 7. Those are 2 guys, so we didn't knock one down.
We got a big goose egg on that.
Yep.
And that's got to change. They are just 7 of 25 from the field, 28%. Now, they hit their first threes, and I thought, oh, my God, here we go.
Yep.
But they haven't hit one since then. That was a 2, that last one. So they are 3 for 7 from 3, 43%. They've not shot a free throw, so they made just as many free throws as we have. And rebounding, now we've killed them on the glass. If we had knocked down some free throws, we'd have a comfortable lead right now. We've out-rebounded them 19 to 11, 6 offensive. They've got 2 offensive. Turnovers even at 3 apiece. Now, we haven't been able to turn them over much.
Right.
And that's kept them in the game, too.
You bet. Well, we talked about rebounding, and I thought we didn't do a great job of rebounding early on, but we certainly improved towards the end of the second quarter. And, again, I think we see guys already stepping up to the free throw line in pregame warm-ups. You know that's something we're going to get addressed. All right, Mark, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Again, the stat master, Mark Adell, appreciate everything he does for the Blue Jay program. You know, he'll be rocking baseball season here pretty quick. And just appreciate his dedication to providing us the stats. And boy, that guy works every ball game. So
yeah, and, you know, it was pretty cool tonight. You know, about a month ago, you and I were just kind of talking. You said, hey, you know, I could jump on the broadcast. And you were the new guy. Obviously, you're the head honcho here. But you just took that halftime performance took the bull by the horns.
Well,
you worked Kale, you took Mark. This is the Jason Leibel halftime
It paled
show.
in comparison to what you could do, Jordan, but when you pretty much take your headset off and just hand it to Kale, that's pretty much an indication that it's on me right now. So I appreciate the kind thoughts. I know you really don't mean it, but
yeah.
I still appreciate it, Wild Dog.
I'm a little mad at Kale right now, I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
Before the Wahoo game, Sam Hoiberg and Sam Griesel and Kale were sitting in front of us, and he knows I'm a huge Nebraska basketball fan.
Oh, without any.
And I had to introduce myself.
You're kidding me.
I mean, I took the opportunity and said hi to the boys.
You know what? There's a term for that. It's called being big time. I think Kale might have big. I just talked about what a good kid, what a good young man, but he might have got you on that time. He is. He just forgot about you a little bit.
He just forgot that was my moment. My moment. He just came to enjoy his brother's basketball game and.
Hey, and if there's one thing you learned from Tim Washburn, it's all about you, right? It's all about Tim, and it's all about Jordan. It's all about. So you've learned from the Masters.
This is why we do it.
That's why we do it.
No, but hey, that was great. But hey, here we go. Second half getting started in under a minute. Blue Jays up by 7, doing so many positive things. Jason, if you're down there in that huddle with Coach Mose, you have such an extensive coaching background. What are some of those things you're telling the boys right now?
I think you talk to Coach Mose is just stay the course, continue to do what we're doing. Again, to hold Winnebago to 19 points at halftime is huge. Again, I'm not worried about the free throw percentages. We'll correct that. We got great shooters, guys that shoot a high percentage here. Again, continue to force them into tough shots. I know they knocked down a couple. But again, and I also think that Winnebago playing 5 guys, 6 guys, their legs might get a little bit tired here. It's a big atmosphere, warm gym. So again, I just think we got to do what kind of the Blue Jay way. Just kind of stick to what we do.
I like that. I like that a lot. It's a good reference to the elementary's
behavioral
model, the Blue Jay way.
Blue Jay way and raising the bar. We're going to raise the bar this second half, Wally.
I love it. Well, hey, and another small thing to look at is they play so much 1-3-1 this year. 1-3-1 is kind of relaxing.
Yep.
You know your spots you got to go to, but this full court man, you're going to see Barrage get out there right now. That takes it out of you.
It does. Yeah, it definitely can tire the legs out. And looks like they're back to the 1-3-1 actually, Jordan, to start this half. And that might be something they talked about at halftime is we're going to run some 1-3-1 here first 2 or 3 minutes. I wouldn't be surprised if they jump back into man-to-man here in a bit, though.
Well, we'll find out, but a little bit of a condensed 1-3-1 right now. Tebow at the top, 6'4" senior. Brooks gets a screen from Cougs to the hot shooting Bridges. He's got 2 3-pointers tonight. Flare screen, Cougs, corner, 3-ball. Not quite there. T's on the board, and he gets it.
They love the enforcer, staying active underneath. It's tough to box out in a 1-3-1, so it's going to be difficult for Winnebago to find a guy and get their backside into us. And so the enforcer did a nice job, read the shot coming off the rim, and followed up nicely.
Lovejoy gets Kissinger on the move, goes down. Nice little inside pass to Vargas. (28-21), 7:04 left to go in quarter 3. Both teams finding their groove. Go ahead, Jason.
Yeah, and I tell you, Winnebago's not really looking to trap out of this. Maybe just kind of trying to get us out of the rhythm a little bit. Not really trying to get us to turn it over. Just throwing a little different look at us here.
And while here comes Cougs. He's up. He gets it over Barrage.
Really nice find by Dane right there. Nice cut. Again, that just comes from playing a lot of ball together, kind of being on the same page. Nice cut, nice finish by Cougs. He's having a nice game so far.
Cougs, of course, coming off 2 huge games in the sub-district final. Blue Jays here now working for a chance to state. There's Barrage on the inside. Might have had a little arm contact, but Cade ends up on the floor. It's going to be a jump ball back to Bago.
Well, and we also talked about Cougars' defense, and Tim and I talked a lot about it on the air. We've talked about it. He's really stepped up on that side of the game. He had quick hands there, got a nice deflection, and a jump ball goes back to Winnebago, but that alternate possession could come in handy for us here in a bit.
And such a rarity, someone with guard skills that really is your best post defender. And Lovejoy goes up. Kissinger gets the board and off running. Kissinger surrounded by a lot. Cougs goes baseline. Guarded by Barrage. Gets it to Dane. Dane, little rip and go with the floater.
We talked about the Blue Jays having some spurtability, and we're seeing a little bit of that right now. Let's see if we can't get a lockdown on the defensive side and extend this lead.
I agree. The offense is great. The defense just kind of, but there Dane steps it up. Here we go. Kissinger Out to Konza. I had to settle down there a little bit.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. All right.
Brooks, he got himself in a little tough position there. He jumped to pass.
Cade. Bingo! Woo!
Tell you, it looks pretty tonight, Wall Dog. It looks pretty. It's coming off his hand nicely. Moved the ball around. He's stepping into it with some confidence. I love that to finish this ball game. And again, if we finish this ball game, I love that confidence going to the state tournament.
And I think that was one of the hardest things watching him play Wahoo. They used Benji Nelson on him, and 6'7" Benji with a 28-inch vertical was really trying to high point his shot, and it just looked like Cade wasn't quite comfortable.
He was rushing a little bit, wasn't getting his feet set, which you can understand. And again, but I also thought the ball stuck a little bit against Wahoo.
Yeah, I would agree.
Right, we weren't reversing it quite as quickly, and a lot has to do with their length as well. So Cade wasn't getting necessarily those clean looks, even though, and again, he had that size against him, where tonight we're moving the ball well. He looks like a different player tonight, right? He looks like he's confident, and he, like I said, he can really shoot it when he gets going.
And I think that was one of the biggest compliments coming out of that December game against Wahoo. Almost every person you talked to that wasn't from the community said, oh, the basketball these boys play, the way they move the ball, and it just seemed to be a little bit stagnant in that sub-district final.
You bet. Again, but I like our response tonight. I think Winnebago, we're taking the opportunities that they're giving us. Again, getting to the basket, getting to the rim. Again, reversing the ball, taking an open three. I just want to see us continue to do this on the defensive side. Board, push the tempo when we can, otherwise get in a nice offensive set and score the basketball.
And the Blue Jays all season have had such a strong reputation about coming out after halftime, playing hungry and extending that lead. But here we go. Let's see what they can do. Bago on the drive, goes up, and he's going to be fouled by Cougs. Just a little arm contact, but that's a good call.
See, that was number 30, Kearns, off the bench. He's kind of the one guy they bring off the bench. He's averaging, looks like 4 points a game. Really nice, strong left-handed take there. Maybe Cougar wasn't quite anticipating that. He was going to take it to the rack, and did a nice job, but misses the front end.
That must be the basket tonight, because
I'll tell you what, it's not going in the hole down there.
I've not seen a free throw made on that south side hoop.
I might even miss on that hoop at this point in time, Jordan. I know that's a big statement of myself missing, but
well, if you know somebody that can maybe get that net changed out, maybe let them know. But the nets will come down tonight. One of the teams will take them. So there we go.
Exciting time.
Well, coming back the other way. Deese guarded by Tebow. Dane, little curl cut. Drives on Vargas, finds Cougs on the inside, out to Brooks. Guarded by Barrage. Cougs, left-hand drive. Finds Deese on the inside. Dawson's up, and it rattles around and falls.
Very patient, nice pass by Cougar Consum right there. Found the force underneath. He got a couple Winnebago guys in the air and finished.
And Barrage says, the bank is open.
The bank is open tonight, staying open late. Got that one to go. We'll see if that may get him going here a little bit. He's been a little quiet.
And that was a hot pull, but Brooks looking to go back door. Tebow gets it. Here's Barrage. Here we go. Here's that Bago offense. They run. Barrage, fake behind the back, goes up. Right-handed kiss layup. That was sweet.
That was a nice-looking play by a very athletic kid. He put his head down. Again, he banked in that three. You just kind of sense like that might get him going here. We need to respond.
Deese out to Cougs. Cougs left-hand layup. It's up. Good.
Boy, he loves getting that left hand, and right now Winnebago's giving it to him. So I like to see him take advantage of that the rest of the way here.
Barrage looking for his third possession.
Well, that was a tough one.
That was Kale.
Kale's getting a little fired up over here. So.
Well, you know, we got two officials apologists up here, and that is the absolute last thing that Kale Jacobson is an officials apologist.
Oh, boy.
No.
Love the guy. Love the guy. Here, Barrage, boy, he's being aggressive. Wallman.
He's going. Doesn't quite get it to fall.
He's an active kid. Shake and bake Drake's back in the game here.
He does so much, and he goes up. Left hand, not quite good. Barrage is there, off and running. Out ahead, Euro, little 4-foot float, not there. Drake gets it. A lot of action tonight.
Boy, Barrage, I think he's taking the last three shots. Been a little bit of force for him, but you can tell he wants to get going offensively.
Kissinger goes up, a little pump fake, uses the net to protect the shot.
once again, we're kind of taking advantage of what Winnebago's giving us, right? They're giving us driving lanes. We're taking advantage, and we do a really nice job of finishing off with 2 feet.
Here's Barrage. Shakes Drake. 18. Oh, nothing but the bottom of the net. That is
He's gonna keep firing, Wally. He's gonna keep firing. As we say, shooter shoot. He's definitely a shooter. He's gonna stay aggressive here. I think he's a senior, right? So he's kind of seeing this is it, right?
Kind of that guy that is scoring a lot, getting rebounds, assists, steals, does it all for him.
You bet.
Brooks downhill. He goes up on Vargas. Goes not quite there, and rebound Tebow.
A little bit of an unfriendly bounce right there, rolled off, but again, nice aggressive take. There he is.
Cade steals it. Okay, so many big shots tonight, but there he gets it done on the defensive end. Finds Dane in transition. Enough.
Nice finish.
Grabs with the right, finish with the left.
Tell you what, throwing a little bit of what Winnebago does at what they want to do to us, we threw it right back at them. We got the ball in transition. Great find by Cade and an excellent finish by Dane there.
And Barrage goes up. I'll tell you, he's a warrior.
He is. He's battling.
He's fighting. Maybe forcing a little
bit. Forcing a few tough shots where he made the last difficult shot.
And forcing within our perception of an offense. Maybe that's what they want.
What they want, I would agree. Yeah. So let's see if the Blue Jays can extend this a little bit more. Jordan got a minute 59 here.
And here we go, Drake. Guarded by Vargas. Little right-hand drive has Kissinger on the back door. Kissinger up over Lovejoy. Another layup.
Really nice find right there. Nice, solid cut by Brooks, and he just finishes so well at the rim.
Been doing it all year.
You bet.
The Concordia basketball commit, getting it done on the offensive and defensive end.
Looks like the Blue Jays are stepping up their defensive pressure right now. And there's Barrage again. Okay. You can see he's going to put his head down, and he's going to go to the rim here. He's trying to take over the ball game, which he has that ability to do. Again, maybe forcing a little bit much right now. I would think they'd want to get Blackfish involved here at some point in time as well. You know, he averages 15 points a game. I think he hit that shot right at the end of the second quarter there. You know they want to get him going. And Lovejoy as well. Yep. We talked about the big three. Right now, it looks like Barrage is kind of one part of the big three, and they would probably want to get the other two guys going.
And, I mean, what an asset for the Blue Jays to have someone as physical as Drake, someone who's locked into the defensive scout that can go in and play defense on guys like that. Well, Barrage hits them both. That looks like the rim's okay.
Yeah.
We were getting ready to have you go down there and test it. Jeez, Libel can't make what no one can.
Fixed it, so... Hey, nice third quarter to this point by the Blue Jays. We've extended to lead to 15. You can tell right now that the Indians aren't going to quit fighting, right? They're going to keep pounding, keep the pressure up defensively. They're not going to go away in this ball game. And so, again, I think the Blue Jays just need to stay focused. Again, continue to do what they do well, guard the basketball, be patient offensively when needed, force the tempo when it's there. And again, I would love to see us extend this lead a little bit, maybe even to 20 by the end of this quarter, and see what happens during the fourth.
And this is the biggest stage right here. You have a 15-point lead, getting ready to head into the fourth quarter. You know, what do you do offensively? What are you telling the boys in terms of killing time versus being aggressive?
You know, Jordan, I don't think you want to get too passive here. I think you want to stay engaged. You want to take the opportunities when they present themselves. Looks like Winnebago's bringing some full court pressure here. See if we can't get some easy buckets off of it. Right there we go. Yep. I mean,
there we go.
We want to stay aggressive. We don't want to force shots or take bad shots, but our guys typically are known to not do that. And I think, it's just a matter of doing what we do.
Here we go. Brooks has a little transition opportunity, finds Dane on the inside. It's up. 2 possessions, 2 layups for the Blue Jays.
2 big possessions there. Again, we talked about wanting to extend that lead to the fourth quarter. Got a good couple transition buckets. I think that was Lovejoy on the drive right there. Again, you can see he wants to get involved here.
Lovejoy scoring 17 a game. He's tough. 18 a game. Leading scorers. Scored some tough baskets tonight, but definitely not at his average. There he goes, getting loose, and it's gonna be off Luke. And you saw the hands go up. Luke was pretty frustrated with himself on that one.
Yep, just didn't grab that. Had an opportunity to get a defensive board there. Again, we forced Lovejoy into a tough shot right there.
There's Blackfish. And they're going to say another foul on the floor. And this one's going to be on Cade Bridges.
Well, Cade's done a really nice job stepping in there and taking charges this year. Maybe just a little bit late, maybe a little bit far underneath the basket, but I love the attempt.
Here's Barrage. Over to Vargas. Lovejoy drives in. They're going to say Cougs got in. I'll tell you, that was good by Cougs, but Lovejoy might have got away with a little bit of a push there.
I would agree with that. You can really sense right now that Blackfish and Lovejoy and Barrage, again, all seniors, right? This is it. They're playing for a state tournament, and as seniors, all three of those guys are being ultra aggressive, but defensively, we're doing a nice job against them.
And don't forget, these kids grew up watching state championships.
You bet.
Cougs up, left-hand layup over Barrage, good. 15 seconds left. Lovejoy goes. Blackfish, step back three. Bingo.
There it is.
It's a tough shot.
He's been looking for that. Got an open look at it. Nice little step back.
Blue Jays are running 5 seconds. Kissinger's up, and he's going to be fouled with 2.6 left. Good run by Kissinger. There's only 7 seconds left when he got the ball, but he made it all the way.
I like it. You know, he gets from end to end really, really quickly. We talked about being a very athletic kid. Went up with the left hand, drew some contact. We'll see if how the free throws work out right here.
Well,
all right.
So Jenny is not a fan. Jenny tells Tim that we can't talk about free throws on air, and she's death staring you right now. I'm just joking. I'm joking. But she probably didn't hear us. But I know last game we got in a little bit of trouble.
Okay.
Yep. But we talked about it, and he just went 2 for 2.
Those look pure right there. The hammer. First time we've seen the hammer in a game tonight, I believe.
Jackson Ham. Such a great football player. Playing role with the basketball team. Blackfish goes up. Not quite good. So we're heading into the fourth quarter. 53-33. Blue Jays have a 20-point lead in this sub-state game. Packed house tonight.
You bet.
Awesome atmosphere. Good basketball game. This is what postseason basketball is.
What it's all about, Jordan. It's what it's all about. Again, we talked about the Blue Jays being a second-half team. We certainly kind of showed that third quarter. I think right now it's about extending this 20-point lead to 25 to 30 points, get it kind of out of contention, get some of those younger guys in there, and hopefully you can finish this off and get down to Lincoln here. But, again, we talked about the Winnebago, the Indians. They're not going to go away. Blackfish and Lovejoy and Barrage, we're going to get their best shot. Potentially the last quarter for them as seniors, as Winnebago Indians, so they're not going to quit playing.
So here's a question for you. These guys have a green light. They can shoot any shot that they want. What do you do if you're Coach Mose on someone who's not guarding a Barrage, someone who's not guarding a Blackfish? Are you just selling out at those guys?
I am, and again, especially what I've saw in that third quarter is those guys did just want to take over, right? And so I think at this point in time, you're gonna help off the other players. You're gonna help off Kearns. You're gonna help off Tebow. Although we saw Tebow can score a little bit, I think we're helping off those guys and really double teaming, almost triple teaming at times. Those big three.
Little Philly cut here. Blackfish is double teamed. He gets Cade off of him. 3-ball up. Good. Bingo.
Not going to go away.
Tough shot.
Tough shot, and he can really score it.
Those are not the threes that Jason Leibel was hitting in his days at Peru State.
I was never stepping back. I needed to shoot off the catch.
Kissinger up. He goes over Tebow. Not quite there. Teese gets it. Well, I'll tell you, it didn't fall, but Teese might have got away with a little foul from behind.
A little bit. But he's quick off the floor. Just couldn't finish that. And this a little bit of a danger time maybe for the Blue Jays. Winnebago's hit a couple shots. We didn't finish there.
I would agree. That exact thought was going through my head that a stop would be great right now.
Potentially a turn of events.
And it's doubly scary because these Bago boys are playing loose right now.
Yep.
They are fighting for their lives. 3 seniors, all scoring 17 a game, and there Lovejoy gets his. Dane on the drive, goes up.
Yeah.
Good little bucket over Vargas.
Again, Winnebago's giving driving lanes, right? And so, again, I'd love to see us not become too complacent and continue to attack those lanes.
There's Blackfish, 8-foot jumper, butter.
He's getting it going right now. Good defense by Dane. Not much else you could do with that. He just hit a really tough shot, and again, he's getting it going here this fourth quarter.
These boys are fighting for their lives right now, their basketball lives, and it's very obvious the way this fourth quarter started. 6:20 left to go. Cougs is going to pass that one out. Blue Jays don't look like they're in a huge hurry, but still really aggressive with their action, and Kissinger dials one up, and they're going to say it's out of bounds.
I didn't necessarily see that one there,
I did not.
Jordan, but official made the call. We're going to stand by that.
You know, we truthfully are the officials' apologists as one college official and one very amateur official up here.
College
it's
official.
Our job, it's our job
don't
to back them
categorize
up.
myself as a college official.
You've done 3 or 4 college games this year, haven't you?
I haven't done them well, Jordan, so I have not done them well.
Oh, well, here we go. Blackfish. It's up. It's good. These boys are playing basketball right now.
He's getting it going right now. Maybe we'll see something a little bit different defensively from the Blue Jays, maybe running 2 guys at him. They've certainly cut into the lead here.
Well, and I tell you, as you know, obviously I'm a huge Blue Jay fan. I want the boys to find success. There's not much you can do defensively.
You can't. No, he's just got it going right now. He's kind of what you call it the zone, right? It looks like he's in the zone where that hoop looks really big for him. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if we run a couple different guys at him.
Well, and that 20-point lead is now down to 12 with 4:44 left to go. Dane's going to drive. He goes up. A lot of points being scored.
Nice take, nice strong finish by Dane.
And Blackfish.
Boy, he just tell he wants to get a shot off here.
He's telling everyone to get away. He goes up, bodies, Drake, Zimmerman, good contest, not quite there. Who's gonna get it? It's Tebow. Tebow got me on the pump fake. Lovejoy. And they're gonna say, is that on Drake?
It's on Brooksy. Only his second. Hey, great defensive set right there by Drake. You could tell Blackfish wanted to get another shot up. Drake did a nice job using his physicality, forced him in a tough one. We just got to go get that defensive rebound.
These Bagel boys are playing so aggressive right now. Good move from Blackfish. He goes up over 2. He gets the bucket to fall over 2 Blue Jay defenders. And here we go. A little bit of energy.
You bet. Winnebago crowd coming alive right here.
Kissinger's out to Cougs, and I tell you, that defense is getting a little tighter.
Yep, you can tell they picked up their intensity. Drake
goes over 2 defenders. Coach Mose is going to take a timeout. 4:40 left. I'll tell you, a lot of offense.
You bet.
As a fan of basketball, I love it.
I got to think the conversation happening in the Blue Jay huddle right now is all about defense, right? It's all about getting stops. Again, we know Winnebago's a high-powered offense, right? We know that they have the ability to go on runs. We call that kind of that spurtability. They certainly have done that. I think the huddle right now, Coach Mose is just kind of focusing on what we do well. Again, that's good team defense, helping off when we need to, being physical, and it'd be nice to see us get a couple stops here.
Yeah, and this is a great question for you. You know, they've taken some tough shots and they've made them. And you know, with good defense, as someone who's done that yourself in the Wahoo Slow Break League, hit 16 threes in one game. What did that team do? I was with you that night. Rob Berry was there. Putsis was there. Coach Sheaf was there. What did they do to slow you down that night? Because it didn't work.
They had to do nothing to slow me down because I'm already slow, Jordan. So nothing. I just happened to get some open looks, right?
18 of them. Who was counting?
I think I was 16 for 18 that game, but I don't like to just.
I would have said it if you didn't. By the end of the game, it was get liable to dang.
You got to understand that Wahoo Tuesday Night League, that's a high-level basketball being played down there, too, Jordan.
I think a couple of the guys from the other team are coming over from overseas playing professionally. So kudos to you, Mr. Liable. All right, well, here we go. 4:33 left to go. Lovejoy gets a nice little lane. He goes up, bank. Not there. Dane closes that out.
Jordan, that's a big stop right there. He got a good look at it. We did a nice job rebounding the basketball.
Cade almost loses it. Goes in. Dane, so aggressive.
Nice
Drake.
pass.
That is some dang good basketball.
Really sharing the ball nicely. Dane just sees the floor so well, and a nice explosive finish by Drake.
There's about 4 basketball plays in that possession that were perfect.
Oh, look at Drake. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Drake needs to calm down a little bit. Can't afford a technical at this point in time. But, again, tough call. He's just playing extremely hard. doing what he does, playing physical. Got a tough call there in the corner, but I love his effort right now.
Well, and it was a very physical play. When that
You
ball's
bet.
on the ground, Blackfish has his back to him, and Drake tries to go through
You
him.
do exactly what you tell Drake to do. Is you get after a loose ball, and he did just that.
Well, and I'll tell you, he's making life very difficult for Blackfish.
You bet.
But just there's so much skill on this Bago side, and now we're going to see life without Drake in the game. It's a hard guard for Cougs. But here's Barringer. Goes up, not quite there. Kissinger gets the rebound.
And here's where Jordan may take some time off the clock here. Be patient. Again, take what they give you. If you have an open driving lane, go ahead and take that. But I think the Blue Jays want to run some clock.
I think you're right. Lovejoy guards Kissinger. Goes up. Such an athletic finish. Not quite there, but Dawson.
Really nice job by the enforcer.
Kissinger passes up 3. Goes out. Bridges. 3 ball. Not quite there. Dane keeps it alive. What a possession for the Blue Jays.
Really nice effort by the Blue Jays. Just sticking with it, getting extra possessions here, which means extra seconds off the clock.
2 boards, and Dane finds Cougs inside. And we got to stand up in a clap from Cale Jacobson. He liked that one
He
a lot.
loved that one. Talked about Dane seeing the floor. Cougs made himself available underneath the hoop. Nice find and finish.
Vargas, he's on the inside. Finds Barringer. Goes up, and
Wow.
Dawson takes that board. Brooks in transition. Goes up, not quite there. Here's Barrett. Goes up. Blackfish.
Very nice job by Cougar right there, staying down in the stance.
Blackfish is up, and they're going to say it's on the ground. Well, I'm just going to say this right here. As someone who is 6'3", a little bit heavier, thought I was athletic, that might be the one type of person, a small, quick guard who's skilled that I just don't want to guard. And Coop stayed in front.
He did a really nice job of keeping his butt down, moving his feet. Blackfish he's quick, right? And he's crafty with the basketball. And Cougar did a nice job.
He gets the first one, that rim.
There's that rim right there.
Give him a knee. And they're going to get Blackfish on the foul. He doesn't love it. He's having a conversation with the officiating crew down there.
And Winnebago's got a few to give here. Just 3 team fouls, so they're going to be ultra aggressive, try to get some steals. And if they foul in the process, they're able to stop the clock.
Blue Jays have 17 fouls. Bago only has 3. Dane, little resettle 3, not there. Dawson powers up over Tebow. 2 points. Dawson T's going to work.
Well, yeah, Enforcer's had a great fourth quarter here. His motor he's got a great motor. It doesn't stop and just sticks with the great rebounder, sticks with the boards.
And Lovejoy takes a hot pull to see if he can get it to go. Doesn't fall. Blue Jay ball, 2 minutes left. And here we go. Take care of that basketball now if you're Ashland. Kissinger works Lovejoy. Getting screens from Dawson. Drives in, left hand, layup under control. Wow.
Good finish by Brooksy there. Again, we've been able to get to the rim. I like the fact that we're continuing to do that. We're continuing to take what Winnebago's given us right now.
There's just got Dane on one side by himself. 4 foot fadeaway. There's going to be a timeout, Bago. Well, 65-47.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Winnebago comes out and tries to foul. And, you know, it's 20-point lead. As explosive as they are, you never say never. But they also have a few fouls to give here.
Yeah, we hear some clapping. I missed it. I was looking at the computer. Maybe the JV kids take their warm-ups off.
They got their warm-ups off, but I don't think they're coming in the game yet. I think they're just getting prepared. Again, Winnebago's going to stay with their starting 5. Of course, they're not going to give up. They got a minute 27 here to kind of save their season and move on to Lincoln next week. And so we're going to stick with our starting 5, our top 5 guys, and we got to take care of the ball at this point in time.
Winnebago probably wouldn't have made it had they not beaten Wayne. Pulled the upset off.
You bet.
Finds themselves in the home of the returning state champions. I don't know how many times I've said that. The returning state champions.
It's pretty sweet. It sounds pretty sweet, I'll tell you what.
Big fan of that.
Back-to-back would sound even better.
I'll tell you, if you'd have told me that in 2018, I would have said you're crazy. But here we go. 1:24 left. Dane guarded by Vargas. Finds a lane. Cougs on the inside. He's up. Easy points, got to take them. 69-47, 1:10 left to go.
Well, we've just done that all game, right? We've gotten to the lane, found the open guy, or finished ourselves, and
that's a good move from Lovejoy on the inside.
But Winnebago's not going to back down. They're going to continue to play.
Yep, and you can hear the student section getting into it a little bit. They think it's over. Coach Mose is going to clear the benches.
Here they come. A great effort by the Blue Jays tonight. Again, getting some of these younger guys a little bit of experience in a really big game, a great atmosphere. That's huge as well. And kudos to Winnebago on a really great season. Those guys came out tonight. They played really tough, played really hard. Got some really nice looking players out there.
They're entertaining. They play hard, they play fast, and they're skilled. And there we go. Lovejoy tells Derek Tonjes, you better play to the end of the game there, bud. And goes the other way and makes two.
That kid is an awfully good ball player, Lovejoy.
He's skilled. So skilled and so fast. And there they get Tonjes again. He's up. Lovejoy. Landon steals it. All right, Derek, take care of that basketball. Finds the junior Carson. Carson to Kissinger. The younger Kissinger in on the action. Well, here we go. 7 seconds left. Blackfish is going to try to probably get one more off.
Derek doing a nice job on him defensively.
Tebow takes it. It doesn't quite fall.
How about them Blue Jays?
And so with that, Ashland secures technically its third straight trip, correct?
Technically, that would be correct.
No, the year after COVID.
You got me confused.
Kale's junior year.
COVID has me all confused. So.
Moving on. Well, for the second straight year, Ashland's going to go ahead and lock their trip into state. We'll see what those seeds look like. There was some chatter about possibly getting the 2 seed depending on what happens. But we know at least we'll be that 3 seed.
Right. I think we looked at it today. I'm fairly confident we're going to stay the 3 seed, which would mean 3:15 game next Wednesday down at the Bob Devaney Sports Center. I just got to feel really good for the Blue Jays here. You know, we talked about this group being gym rats, the amount of time that they spend in the gym. You know, I'm Derek Tonjes' neighbor. I see him. He's at the gym every morning. He leaves early in the morning. We got guys in the gym at night. They spend extra time, and it just feels really good that that hard work, that dedication, that effort, it's just really paying off. And on top of that, just a really good group of kids, too.
Yeah, well, I couldn't agree with you more, but you said something that I've got to touch base on. You said Wednesday at what time?
3:15.
If I'm not mistaken, the school gets out at 3:30. Oh, I'll let you handle that one later. I'll let you handle that one later.
Hey, more news to come, woman.
Yeah, no, that was terrible.
More news to come. I'm not going to say anything on air right now.
Yeah,
but yeah, we certainly want all the Blue Jays that can go down on the game.
So did you look at seating at all? Is there any idea who?
I haven't looked at who we might play from that end, but just looking at that 2 or 3 seed. And again, I think kind of the good news is that keeps us on the other side of the bracket from a really good Wahoo team as well. And I would love to see us play Wahoo for a 3rd time and have it be for all the marbles for a state championship. I think that'd be a heck of a matchup.
And that would be, I couldn't agree with you more.
Saunders County would be empty for that one.
I'll tell you what, let's go have a conversation. Maybe we just toss the county seat in there. Winner take all.
I love it because, you know, still some hurt feelings over Wahoo still in the county seat from Ashland.
Yeah.
So we're going to play for the county. I love your idea, Wallman. We're going to play for the county seat.
Well, you know people up there. See, I know every October when I'm coaching middle school football and I have to go drive up there and miss a practice to get my car re-registered.
Yep.
I think back to the 1800s. But
in a cloak of darkness. They rode into town in a cloak of darkness, stole the county seat.
Now,
so I think we owe them one.
Is that historically accurate, or do you think that's a
fallacy?
Hey,
when it comes from Tom Walsh, you know it's got to be true. He is the historian.
He is the resident historian for sure. But
hey, one of the great scenes post game here, making the state tournament, is cutting down the nets, right? We got one shiny moment playing as well. Kudos to Dustin Detterby for throwing that up. That's great. And again, great feeling from the guys here to be able to cut that net, especially for those seniors. You got Cougs up on the ladder right now. What a huge moment for him. And for the younger guys, too, to get to experience this. you know they're going to want to get back and get back to this feeling.
Yeah, and 3 years ago we did this in Minden because we played Imperial, who was a couple hundred miles away, and last year we were lucky enough to do it our own place.
You bet.
It definitely has become something that we're not shocked by seeing anymore. We're excited to see it, and it's almost kind of become what we do.
Love it. And again, that's part of just building that tradition, right? And it started with the guys next to me, Kel Jacobson here, and some of guys he played with, Evan Shepard, even go back to the Hunter Washburns of the world, right? That kind of got this ball rolling here. And again, the guys have bought in. They've put the time in the gym. And now here's where the rewards pay off.
Yeah, and it's definitely, you going to write something? We're going to take 1 second right here, have a production meeting.
All right, we got Mark Adell making his way up here. Kudos to Mark. We got a heck of a crowd, so it took a little bit of time for him to get up here, but curious to see what the stats turned out like for the second half and the rest.
Yeah, you ought to talk to these players when they seriously going to state's a big thing. We were 32 of 55 for the game from the field, the second 58%. Second half we were 20 of 30. Reason for that, we got the ball inside a lot, which we did not do against Wahoo. We were 3 for 10 from three. Still, we'd like to do a little better, but Cade was 3 for 5, and one was kind of a off-balance one, so I think he's got his stroke back. From the free throw line, we were 2 for 2 in the second half. We were 2 of 9 for the game. They were 21 of 52. They shot the ball much better in the second half as well. So they were 14 for 27 in the second half. They 40% for the game. They were 7 of 16 from three. I mean, they had guys that would really go off sometimes, which makes them a scary team. I can see how they beat Wayne. If they get hot, you just can't cool them off. 7 of 16 from three, 44%. They were just 2 of 5 from the free throw line, 40%. We had the rims so screwed up nobody could make any free throws. Anyhow, rebounding, that is the story of the game. We killed them on the glass, 35 to 16. That is our most rebounds this year, I think. We had 10 offensive rebounds. Brooks Kissinger, a double-double, 14 points, 11 rebounds.
Wow. Great game.
Dawson Teese, 11 rebounds. Well, plus 6 points. A man after my own heart scores on offensive rebounds. That was the only way I ever scored when I played. So anyhow, we killed them on the boards. Turnovers even at 6 apiece. A couple of ours came late in the game when they had the starters in against our subs. So really, neither team could turn the other team over very much.
Right.
And outside of, we got some basketball business and Devaney Center and hopefully Pinnacle Bank. The first baseball game, I had to say this, is in 17 days.
That's crazy, Mark. Hard to believe that spring sports is starting up already.
That's right.
Hey, the good news is we have some guys that won't be starting quite yet because they got some basketball to finish here.
That's right. You know, even though I'm a baseball guy and it would have been advantageous to have them, I really would have been heartbroken if they would have lost.
Yeah, we're going to have fun next week.
Okay.
Thanks, Mark Adell. Again, Mark does a great job with the stats, on point as always. Mentioned that Brooks Kissinger went for a double-double tonight. Mark had him for 14 points, 11 boards. He had the enforcer who's coming up right now with 11 points and 11 boards and 6 points.
You keep it. I just got one story. We're down there talking to Coach Mose, and some older gentleman walks up to him, community member.
Okay.
He's got an NSAA basketball state championship shirt from 2022. And he says, Coach Mose, I'm going to get me a new shirt.
I love it. That is awesome. Love it. All right, Enforcer. Hey, nice game tonight.
Thank you.
Mark Adele was just up here with the stats, and I think he had you with 11 boards. Fantastic job on the board, 6 points. We kind of talked about taking advantage of what Winnebago is going to give you, right? And I thought a couple things that they gave us were driving lanes and the ability to get on the board. So talk about the importance of kind of taking what Winnebago gave us, and which includes what you do really well as far as rebounding.
Yeah, the importance was like since we're a little smaller of team and we usually play big dudes, like I usually go against someone that's like 6'4", 6'5", getting those offensive boards. My goal was 10 boards, and I now get a free dinner from TC.
Where are you going?
Couldn't tell you.
Okay, what you got
Somewhere nice.
You got anything you're thinking about? Maybe an Anthony's Steakhouse or?
Oh, something expensive.
Okay, yeah, very nice. Well, you know, Dawson, I guess, you know, I kind of played the same role as you in high school, and I have a lot of respect for you do that. Maybe the difference is how well you do it. You know, what's that mentality going into a game, knowing that you're probably not going to be super aggressive offensively, except when that time comes, but, man, you do so much. What's that mentality going into these games?
Yeah, my mentality going into the game is get as many offensive and defensive boards that I can, and when I have a layup, like open layup or maybe an open three, maybe once a game, but I try to get those dump downs and easy layups close towards the rim.
And that role is so valuable. Is that something that you sought out? Is that something that you know, the teammates talk to you, the coaches talk to you? Where does that rebounding passion come from?
That's probably like once I got bigger, because like in middle school I was a little smaller. I was like 5'6". I grew, put a little weight on, got in the weight room, and then I finally just became like the hustle man and the big dude you don't want to mess with in the lane.
So maybe Jordan might ask this question, but let's talk a little bit about leaving a legacy. Now you're a junior, right? You got another year behind you, but talk about leaving a legacy for those younger players and kind of building a tradition that we're building here at Ashland in the world of basketball and getting back to state tournament, and what that means to not only your legacy but the legacy of your teammates in this team.
I know that means a lot to our teammates, and I know every single year we want to make this a state, we want to make a good run just like last year, and I like teaching our young dudes how that is, how you got to work hard in practices, and then all the hard work pays off.
Love it, buddy. Love a great game.
Thank you.
We're going to get Kay Bridges up here.
Appreciate it.
All right, buddy.
You know, I think the coolest thing about Dawson is that he didn't play it at all last year.
Right.
Obviously, you have Kale who's 6'4", and you have Max Parker who's 6'6". But you know, kind of in that offseason, Moses was like, I'm telling you, I said Dawson. He goes, Dawson just got bigger and stronger, and he's a monster.
And you need those X factors, right? Like that, right? You need that guy. You need those role players, and he's more than just a role player,
Definitely.
right? I mean, that's not an insult to him. It's just that he does what he does very well, and boy, he's been a huge factor for this team and their success.
And you know, I think one of the best things is that when a player is skilled and talented enough to do more than that, but he makes that decision to be a team player. We getting Kate up here?
Well, I don't know. I'm glad he moves quicker on the basketball court than he does after the post game, although he's celebrating now, so we're not going to blame him for that.
Tim's not here tonight. We're going to keep this thing under 45 minutes.
Well, that sounds good. There he is.
You know, the shooter's got to talk to the shooter.
All right, I'll talk
go.
to the shooter first. Hey, buddy, first, congratulations on making the trip down to Lincoln again. So proud of you guys. I know the amount of time and effort you guys put in the gym, the dedication, and obviously that's paid off. Talk to me about just your shot tonight. Looks so good, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it looked like you were stepping in there with confidence. You got going early. And again, talk to me about the importance of knocking down those open looks. And then also, we've talked about this before, but I want to talk about it again, not just being a shooter, but doing the little things. You had a couple nice steals, a couple nice rebounds. Talk to me about the importance of being an all-around player.
To answer your first question, I've been on kind of a cold stretch there for a while, so it felt good to come in and shoot a high percentage again.
You bet.
But just going up there and catching the ball with confidence, good looks especially, there feels good to go in again. The second question of that, I was stuck on zero all night, and he's a pretty tough kid to guard.
You bet.
Like, quick first step and can shoot the three especially. So I was kind of a little difficult to guard, but just kind of, I don't know, it's a long game, so to get used to the played both sides of the ball.
I love it, Katie. You really developed into that all-around player.
Thank you.
Mark and I were talking about. I know you're a baseball guy, right?
Yeah.
But hey, we'll get the baseball season started after we win a state
I
tournament,
agree.
right?
Couldn't agree more.
All right, two-word answer. What did you and Liable talk about?
What do you mean?
I couldn't hear it.
Oh,
Did he ask about shooting, confidence?
shooting and defense.
Because we
There you
both
go.
said that tonight. That Benji's tough with Wahoo. It just looked like he kind of got you out of your rhythm, but man, those two were good off the hand. They were great, good shots. Crap, that was my question, Liable. I was going to ask about the shooting confidence. Kate, last year you rolled an ankle and then were sidelined during the state tournament. What does it mean to you? And you played such a huge role for that team last year. What does that mean this year to be a starter, to be a senior? What does that mean to you?
It's extra special for me. Extra special for me because it's the last time I'm going to play college baseball. So this is kind of like 3 more games and I'm done pretty much. But just kind of, especially after last year taken, it means a lot. Definitely.
Yeah. And I know, I just remember, last year it's kind of easy to forget because they continued on and went, but you were shooting 45% from 3. You were spacing for Kale and Max, and I loved watching you play, and it hurt to see you go down, and I'm pretty jacked to go. So,
me too.
I love it, man. Liable, you got anything?
Thank you guys very much.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Super, super happy. So, all right, we getting those.
Well, it looks like Coach Mose might be with the reporter down there. You see TC around anywhere?
He is taking a family picture over there.
Nope, there he is.
With all the Jacobsons, Cravens, and Schusters. Well, what do you think?
I think we're good to go. I think you and I have talked enough. You want to get Coach Mose up here if you can?
I think we're all right. I know he wants to, and he values that so much, but
hey, we're just going to focus on next week.
Yeah.
State bound. Proud of the Blue Jays. Again, we're projecting a number 3 seed, 3:15 game on Wednesday. We know our Blue Jay fans are going to show out for that. Student body. It's just such an exciting time. And again, kudos to Winnebago tonight. They gave a really great effort. Gave us their best shot. That was a dangerous team. I think we all kind of talked about that going into this game. It was a dangerous matchup for anybody, but I felt like we do what we do. It's a Blue Jay way, and we locked them down and took our opportunities and got a really nice win there.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. But, Mr. Reliable, you know what that means, right? This is the last drive broadcast of the school year.
It's been fun, I'll tell you what. What I love about it is just watching our guys compete, right? Watching a great group of kids, great group of young men compete. And again, when you know how much they put into it, you love seeing the output be greater than the input, right? And the output that they're getting is a trip down to Lincoln. Such a special time. You've been there. I had an opportunity to go down as a senior. It just doesn't get better than that.
It was after the DC West game, Suzanne texted Tim and I, another great member of our Strive team, and she said, man, why was that so entertaining? And it said, Suzanne, it was a great basketball game. Tim and I just screamed on the radio for 45 minutes. But, no, it's been a blast calling games. We've absolutely loved having you on board.
Appreciate it, buddy. It's been fun.
A blast for myself, for Tim Washburn, who put so much time in behind the scenes, for Mr. Reliable, for Mark Adele, for Suzanne, for Kendra, for our Barry and Tim in football, for everyone. We say thank you so much. Blue Jays get it done. We'll see you at state.